absolute pleasure to be joined by one of our newest sales managers, Ghazal. How's things today?
Pretty good.
It's Friday, sun shining,
It's been a hard week though.
some deals have been done,
Yes.
some more deals could be done,
Yes.
but we'll get to that. I wanted to chat to you today just to find out a little bit more about yourself, how you found yourself in Dubai, what you did before moving to Dubai. So I believe your background is you grew up in Canada or you grew up in Dubai?
I went to middle school to parts of high school in Dubai. And then my parents decided to move to Canada.
Okay.
They all came back, but I decided to stay there for about 16 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm
stint.
not that old, so.
That's a stint. Talk to me a little bit about. Actually, it's quite good because you've seen Dubai kind of past and present.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in a little bit. But first and foremost, why did you guys move to Canada?
My dad's job, pretty much. We had to, and growing up, we moved around a lot because of his job. But we all liked Dubai, so we decided that, from Dubai, we're not going to go anywhere, but then we had to go. And the journey took us there. Me and my sister, we weren't that happy about it at first. We absolutely loved growing up here. So it was a tough move, but we all got used to it.
Culture shock?
Absolutely. Life in Dubai is very comfortable. And so it was very different in Canada. At some point, I told my dad, I was like, did we lose our money or something? It's a very different life, so it was hard getting used to.
Canada's not that bad though. Like compared to like.
Have you been to Calgary?
No. Okay. I imagine there's good and bad everywhere, but it's not like the States.
It wasn't that. It was just that we grew up in a very comfortable life here. Everything is very convenient here for you, but over there, everything you have to do it yourself. There's no one doing it for you.
That makes sense.
So that was something that we didn't, we weren't used to. Like even when it came to going to school, you have school buses here, but you don't have it there.
Really?
Not really, no.
Oh, it makes sense. There's a one pickup point for.
Exactly, and so we had to take the public bus, which you don't do here,
No.
Plus 40 to minus 40. That was a big shock for all of us.
It gets cold and it gets hot.
No, plus 40 here. We moved in December to Calgary, and it was minus 40.
Wow.
So yeah, that was a big shock.
Okay, so how old are you when you moved to Canada? 17?
I was 15, turning 16, yeah.
15, so you do your last year of school in Canada then?
Yes.
And then college?
I went to university as well there, got my first job in marketing. I did business development for there.
Okay.
Moved to another marketing company, and then finally from Calgary I decided to move to Vancouver. Over there I started working for Remax.
Okay.
I started as an admin, went up to office manager, and then completely moved away from Remax, decided to work for a private equity company. And then I was still in touch with all the realtors from our office and everything, and they were like, you should get your license. So got my real estate license, and I wasn't planning to do commercial, but I got to work with an amazing team, and they had a lot of experience. They taught me a lot, and I started liking commercial real estate.
Did you only do commercial or residential also?
In Canada, it's a bit different. Okay. You have to choose. It's okay. Different. If you want to get into commercial, it's much harder.
Okay. Different licenses?
It's the same license, but you have to choose. And a lot of the residential agents try to do commercial, but it's a whole different world that they try not to get into. Yeah, the contracts are different. Everything is different. Yeah.
So in Canada, how many years did you work within real estate?
I did about 7 to 8 years.
Okay, that's a fair old stint.
Yeah, I really liked it, honestly, but COVID hit, and
I still get PTSD when anyone even mentions the word COVID.
Yeah. COVID hit, and I didn't see my family for about 3 to 4 years.
Jesus.
That was very difficult for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, this is not worth it. I'm so far away from my family. I used to see them at least every 6 months. And so I was like, you know what, this is not worth it. I should move back to Dubai. So decided to move back to Dubai.
So there's a funny story. Before joining us, you actually interviewed with us, what, a year and a half ago, was it? Maybe?
It was around that time,
Yeah.
actually. I was in Canada and I found the company on LinkedIn. No, I found the company on Indeed. And I messaged Mohammed on LinkedIn. And I think he didn't want to interview me because I wasn't in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I had that problem with a lot of companies that they're like, you need to be in Dubai.
Yeah, I you know, it's my job. So I speak to people all day, every day across the world who are looking to move. And a lot of the time, you know, I don't want to say 9 times out of 10, but they're just flirting with the idea. And you never really know until someone shows up day one.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we've had many a no-show. We've had offers extended. We've given you 2-3 months to pack up your stuff.
Yeah.
And then you still don't come out. So I can understand there's hesitation, but you did finally get out. You joined a different business. It wasn't our business. Talk to me about that.
I joined a different company at first, and I learned a lot from them, honestly. But then I got in touch with Mohammed again, and I realized that I can get a better position here.
Mm-hmm.
And so decided to move to Amacham.
Talk to me about what you specialise in. Is there a specific community that you specialise in? Talk to me a little bit about that.
I decided to go with downtown DIFC, but I kind of go where my clients take me. It's very hard when it comes to real estate that, you know, you're like, oh, I only focus in one area because your clients come and they want different things and you don't want to lose them in a sense, right? And some clients, like especially Iranians, they only want to work with you because you speak the same language.
Exactly.
Like you can relate to them, you know their taste, you know everything. So kind of everywhere, but try to specialize in downtown.
Okay. And secondary markets, off plan, bit of both.
I've done more off plan since I moved to Amacham.
You're the off plan queen around here, aren't you?
Don't say that. Mohamed's been so I can't say that. You'll kill me. But yeah, I've done more off plan since I've been here.
Yeah.
I like off plan. It's a bit easier, I would say. Different world. You can't say easier or harder, I guess. But definitely have done more off plan and got more results from it.
Good. So you've been with the business. I should know. Probably 3 months. 2 months, 3 months?
2 months and a half, yeah.
So nearly 3.
Exactly.
You've got a team under you.
Yeah.
A team that's growing.
Yeah.
What do you look for in if you're hiring someone? What is it you look for in an agent that might be different to what Shaz looks for in someone?
I think what's really important when you're a real estate agent or when you want to become a real estate agent, necessarily I wouldn't say having a real estate background is good, but I started with no background in real estate. But exactly. But you have to have like a sales background. If you have a sales background, you can sell anything. Yeah. And I think you have to have passion for real estate. Anything you do, honestly, if you don't have passion for it, you're not going to get anywhere. If you're just there for the money, you're not going to get anywhere.
You'll only get so far.
Exactly.
If you actually got a passion for something, it shows in your work. Yeah. People buy from people. And if they can see you're passionate about the product or whatever it is that you're selling, then it definitely shows in your work. What does success look like for you at MHM?
I want to have a bigger team for sure and beat a hub every month. I'm kidding. Seriously.
We can all dream. We can all dream. And if I take a look at the leaderboard outside, you are currently beating him.
He's going to kill me after this.
So we'll wait and see how it pans out the next two, 3 weeks. If you still stay at the top of the leaderboard, but you are there currently. For your sake, I hope you stay there. Again, just talking about your team, what is it that you offer as a manager that maybe Shaz doesn't offer or other businesses don't offer? What do you feel like you can give?
I try to give people on my team as much freedom as I can.
Yeah.
But I think being hands-on in the beginning, that's very important. I'm willing to come to showings with you, sit there, message your clients, give you leads, and like, you know, even from my own leads, like whatever I can give you, more than happy to give you. I think just being hands-on in the beginning, especially with someone that doesn't have that much experience, is very important.
Depends on the person.
Depends on the person, obviously, but I think I can be more hands-on when it's needed.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And obviously, again, probably depends on the person, but in terms of training that you would provide to your staff, what does that look like? For instance, let's say it's someone that has 6 months experience versus someone that has 5 years.
Especially if you have experience in Dubai, so you know a little bit more than, you know, someone not coming from Dubai real estate background. So with Dubai real estate background, I would say whatever questions you have, come to me, more than happy to help you, because a lot of the times in real estate, even for myself, I learned way more, you know, sitting in a course for the 3-4 days, rather than, you know, when I was out there and I was working and I got to know more about things happening, you know. So I would say a lot of the things you will learn, you know, just working in the industry. But if you're new and you're coming to the city, I would say I would be way more hands-on with you. Just, you know, first I would go through rules and regulations, especially coming from a different cultural background. There are things that you should know in Dubai. There are things that you should respect that you might not learn, you know, just going around and meeting clients.
Definitely. Every day is a school day.
For sure.
It's one thing for all of us, actually. But definitely when you first come to the business, I think you need to be a little bit of a sponge and just soak up everyone's knowledge.
For sure.
So sit with you, sit with Ihab, sit with Mohammed, sit with other agents, and just really soak up everyone's knowledge, and then put that into play. You'll make mistakes.
Oh yeah.
We've all made mistakes, but hopefully you'll learn not to do that again. So yeah, no, for me, you know, it's been a pleasure having you for the short amount of time.
As your best hire.
Yeah. For the short amount of time that you've been here, but I look forward to seeing you grow as an individual, as an agent yourself, but also as a sales manager. And hopefully, you know, when we next sit down, you'll have a core team, really successful, consistently billing. So thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.